Hello, everyone. This is End Time Counterpoint. My name is Dan. Thanks for tuning in today. I want to talk briefly today about the upcoming presidential election, and no, I'm not going to endorse one candidate over the other. I'm not too thrilled with either one. I wish we had a better choice, but we're apparently stuck with what we now have. But I do want to say that the prophecy experts are in overdrive right now, and they are obsessing about the presidential election. And the question is God really that involved in the election? Does Bible prophecy really talk about one candidate or the other? I would say that the answer to that is no. And I don't think God micromanages our system of government. In fact, the Founding Fathers set up a system of government to where one person cannot have too much control. But if you listen to the prophecy experts, you might just fall for this notion that God is for one candidate or the other, or that Bible prophecy somehow, thousands of years earlier, referred to the upcoming presidential election. And you know, these experts aren't out to inform or educate, they are out to impress. That's a big difference. They want Christians everywhere to think that they have some insight into the Bible that the average Christian does not have, or that they see something in the Bible that is invisible to the average Christian. They want Christians to just take their word that they know what the Bible says about everything that happens almost on a daily basis, and they just want Christians to turn over total control of the interpretation of Bible prophecy to them because they are, after all, the experts. Jonathan Cahn and Perry Stone in particular are in overdrive right now, and Jonathan Cahn, I believe, has a prophetic word for Trump, and I think Perry Stone has some sort of prophetic message for Donald Trump. But Perry Stone is taking it even further. He's assigning Hebraic number values to the presidential candidates. And you just think about that, and that seems like a ridiculous thing to do. I can't see the benefit of knowing a Hebraic number value for either of the candidates. And then Stone is also going so far as to make associations between the current candidates and previous U.S. presidents, as though that connection gives insight as to which candidate is going to win the election. Now, why are they engaging in all this activity? Well, like I said, they're out to impress, and not only impress, but ultimately to deceive. And Perry Stone in particular is kind of playing both sides because he's going to wait until after the election and take credit for knowing that one candidate or the other was going to win. You see, if he makes a connection between Harris and former President Harrison, and also makes a connection between Trump and former President Grover Cleveland, I think it is, he is giving himself the opportunity after the election to strut around on stage and say, you remember I told you about that connection, I knew this candidate was going to win. When in fact, he has no idea who's going to win, because if he did, he would already be crowing about it. But what these prophecy experts do is wait for the event to happen and then try to tie it into Bible prophecy. And if you have to wait for the event, it's not prophecy, because prophecy tells us ahead of time what the event will be, when it's going to happen, and who is going to be involved. So if the experts haven't told you yet who's going to win the election, then they don't know. And if they have to wait until after the election to tell you that they knew who was going to win the whole time, then you know that they are not prophecy experts after all. They're the equivalent of ambulance chasers, and they have to wait for the event to happen and then tie it into prophecy and dupe everybody into thinking that they knew all along what was going to happen, when in fact they have no idea. But I want to tell you today that Christians don't have to be swayed by these prophecy experts, that Christians should be able to think for themselves and vote for a particular candidate accordingly. And it's not just at the federal level that Christians need to be involved. They need to be involved with their state issues as well, because we have both a federal and state government with which we need to be involved and that we should be participating in. So the prophecy experts are simply hoping to drag a lot of Christians along for the ride and make Christians think that they have insights that the average Christian doesn't have and continue to deceive people in the process. All they're doing with this election obsession is trying to impress Christians, gain more followers, gain more attention, and hopefully the money that comes along with it, and then hop on the next world event after the election is over. All right, folks, you have been watching End Time Counterpoint. My name is Dan. Thank you for your kind attention today. If you have enjoyed this discussion, then give it a thumbs up, or better yet, subscribe to my channel. I could really use your help in building up my subscriber base. Don't forget that I have a book available. It is called Blinded by the Rapture. You can find it at Apple Books and Barnes & Noble. You really need to get it. It will help you understand Bible prophecy, and it will help you read and understand the Bible a little bit better for yourself. So once again, folks, thanks for tuning in today. My name is Dan. I'll see you in the next episode.